Welcome back to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Karen Wyman, coming to you from Low Country Produce in beautiful downtown Beaufort. I'm joined this afternoon by Dean Moss, the Executive Director for Friends of the Spanish Moss Trail. Welcome, Dean.
Thank you.
So happy to have you on the show this afternoon. I know we're going to talk a lot about what's going on in the Spanish Moss Trail, but for those viewers out there and people like myself who haven't been on the trail yet, could you give us a little bit of a background about Spanish Moss Trail?
Sure. The Spanish Moss Trail is a paved pedestrian and bike trail which runs from near Rebo Road in Port Royal out all the way to Rosida Road near the air station. It's about 6.5 miles, and we've built it over the last 4 years with the assistance of some very generous donors in Beaufort County and the city of Beaufort and the hospital and others. Lots of participation from folks in the community. It's on the old right-of-way of the Port Royal Railroad, which ran in this community starting in about 1870. And so we're in a pretty historic alignment there, which we're taking advantage of and putting signs up for historic identification. It's just a wonderful experience.
Well, it sounds like a place to be, that's for sure. If you want to be outside, have some fun time with your family, getting some fresh air and taking in the beauty that Beaufort County is and has. I know that there are some exciting developments that are coming up for the trail. So you could tell us about some big projects that you have coming up and some things that the viewers may want to be aware of.
The first thing, which is probably our big story at the moment, is that as of this week, we have completed the paved connections in the project that has been underway now for about 4 months. The trail is completed now on both sides of Highway 170, so you can walk and ride comfortably up to 170, cross very carefully right now.
As always.
And then keep going. That was just accomplished in the last couple of days.
Congratulations.
The remainder of that project will be completed next week, and that will include a pedestrian control stoplight at that crossing so that pedestrians will be able to come, press a button, stop the traffic, and cross the road safely.
I'm sure some of the people who use the trail frequently are excited about this enhancement.
They're very excited. The contractor out there today, I met with him, and he said that there had been, he said, I think there's 150 people that have been out wandering this trail today, even though it's not open yet. And that's been the case with every section we've built. That the minute we get it paved, there are people on it.
So it's pretty much accessible to anybody who wants to get out there and open to
Absolutely.
All activities. Are there any things that are excluded from the trail?
Motor vehicles are excluded, and that includes golf carts, it includes segways, which people have tried to say, no, that's not a motor
Hence, it's a
vehicle.
pedestrian trail, right?
Yes. But if you don't have a motor on it, you're welcome to be out there.
So if you want to ride, skate, push your stroller, jog, pull the wagon behind you if you've got some toddlers, that's all good fun, but nothing with a motor on it, right? Keeping it safe for those people who are using their own body to move themselves along. So what will be the next to be developed along the Spanish Moss Trail?
We are working right now on the design and planning for the section that will run. It'll start at Rosida Road, which is near the air station, just short of the air station, and go all the way out to Clarendon Road, which is out in Grays Hill. That's going to be about 4 miles, and it's going to be an interesting section because we're going to divert off the railroad right-of-way in a couple of spots. Otherwise, the right-of-way is just a straight
line,
shot.
right?
But we'll be wandering off it in a couple of spots, which will create some interest. And we're going to take you over to the gate at the Marine Corps Air Station in front of the planes that are parked out there, and we're going to wander around from the Poppy Hill area down to 21 and back. So it'll be a much more kind of interesting, and it's a beautiful area out there. You go through a lot of really pretty rural country. So it's going to be a great project.
And when that's completed, it'll get to about 10 miles or more?
Be about 11 miles.
Excellent. So round trip, you could do almost
22 miles.
Almost a marathon.
and that's plenty of distance for most bike riders.
Yes, anyone who's looking to do a workout, who's working up for a big event, that's enough distance for them to get their training in.
Yep.
And if you're a runner or a walker looking to do the same sort of thing, training for something,
yes,
it's great. So I know obviously behind this great project is a group of people called the Friends of Spanish Moss Trail that keep this project going. So tell us a little bit about the role of that organization.
Well, we're not the owners of the trail.
Okay.
It is a Beaufort County project, and It's their trail. They own the right, or they have the rights to the right-of-way, and the project, the trail will belong to them. The Friends, our mission is just to keep pushing it along, as you said. We worry about funding.
Of course.
We are working fundraising for this next section. We worry about maintenance. We try to encourage both the cities and the county to work together to make maintenance happen. We worry about safety. We worry about trash pickup. We worry about, every little thing out there.
Of course you do, just like it would be your own.
So it's a group of volunteers that spend a lot of time out there on the trail, do a wonderful job, and we couldn't do it without them.
Great. So if people are interested in getting more information, they can go where?
They can go to our website, which is SpanishMossTrail.org. If they find us, they can contact us through the website. They can contact me personally at 843-263-1922, and I'd be glad to talk to them about it. We always are looking, obviously, for donations.
Of course.
It's a community project, but it is a fabulous addition to the Beaufort community, and the Chamber of Commerce is real excited about it. We have folks from all of the hotels and the guest cottages, and people that come to town are looking to be on it. We've just got the signs up now directing people to the parking areas. That just went up this week along Rebo Road and Bay Street.
And as we know, we have the Beaufort Film Festival coming up, so keep pushing all that information out there to all those tourists.
That's right.
Thank you so much for being a guest on North of the Broad this afternoon, Dean. We appreciate you coming and sharing all this wonderful work that you've done for the Spanish Moss Trail, and we hope that we have you again on as a guest when you finish your next big project.
Please do.
Excellent. And we'll be right back with our next guest on North of the Broad.